thought I would die down there. I can't remember anything about what happened. I must find a way to leave this place.
A world at war. Another worldly threat. To face it, we must find her. She's the only one. The only one between us and annihilation.
Perfect hunting experience. Well, there's just about as many opinions on that as there are hunters. Some love the beech forests and farmlands of a place like Hirschfelden. But me, I prefer a different kind of wild, where snow-covered peaks surround valleys several miles wide. That is Layton Lake District, the best hunting reserve you'll find in 100 miles. Whether doing tasks for the locals or just hunting to your heart's content, you're free to explore this Pacific Northwest Reserve however you want. You may find your favorite hunting spot along a large valley lake or deep inside a dense spruce forest. The Layton Lake District is home to some of the most majestic animals of the wild, like the moose, the black bear, and the mighty Roosevelt elk. Bagging one of these will require a combination of the right equipment, skillful tracking, and stalking, so you can get close enough for a clean shot. Few things beat hunting together with a group of friends, though. Everyone can bring their own skills and hunting equipment and play a part in finding and downing that big one. In the end, how, what, and where you want to hunt is all up to you. And a truly immersive next-generation hunting experience awaits.
So you've just seen our trailer at Paris Games Week, and I'm going to go through the gameplay demo and show you what's cool playing wild.
Save her, shaman.
I really wanted the main character to carry the values of the game, like for example, he's not a warrior, so he's got a wood stick because he's more a sorcerer, he's a shaman, and the main thing is the fact that you can jump from a human character to any animal. I can call an eagle, for example, a wild eagle. And what makes the game really cool is that when you call a bird like that, you can go into his spirit and control the bird. And you've got a new point of view of the same world. So once you control your eagle, you realize that the eagle is a hunter. And here we want to hunt a new animal, because in wild you can catch any animal and summon the divinity of this animal. It's a very nice way to have another perspective, another point of view of the same game. But your biggest enemy in wild is the other humans. Here, for example, we are arriving in a cannibal camp, which is very dangerous. So I'm going to use another animal. And this is very interesting because you will see here combinations of gameplays with different animals. And then attack. Then I can continue my way to the giant divinity. The divinities represent the forces of nature. They can be unpredictable, they can be dangerous. Maybe the divinity will ask for a very dangerous challenge to prove that I have the knowledge of the snakes. So everything is never easy win. You have to prove that you understand the world of wild.
Hellion is a multiplayer space survival game. It is set in a distant star system amidst the ruins of mankind's first interstellar colony. It combines mystery and survival in a world that feels as real as it is deadly. Hellion is a fully modeled solar system with multiple planets, each with its own set of moons and accompanying asteroids. All in-game objects are bound by realistic orbital mechanics and Newtonian physics. Everything is constantly in motion, from planets and moons to ships and stations. In order to stay alive in this world, you will need to learn how to use these features to your advantage, whether you are spacewalking or flying a ship. Learning how to move and fight in zero gravity is no small feat. The concept is easy to understand and get into, but hard to master, and will present a challenge for any player. When you pilot the ship, using the orbital mechanics to efficiently navigate the system or exploiting inertia to dock with a moving station is paramount to success. You will need to master scanning and navigation, as well as your three basic propulsion methods: RCS, main thrusters, and warp. When you wake up for the first time, you start in a small life support module with a basic ship, and you must quickly explore your surroundings for salvage or risk running out of air, fuel, and power. Remember that everything you do comes at a price. In order to stay alive, you need oxygen, To make oxygen, you need resources and power, but everything around you is slowly falling apart. All ships and stations have systems and subsystems that require regular maintenance or they break down. Most systems have critical parts that can malfunction and render a system completely inoperable. The only way out of this situation is to find and replace a defective part. Exploration and salvage play a big part in the game. Spacewalking through derelict ships and stations is how you initially survive, and it is also a way to obtain tools, resources, new weapons, and other equipment. Another thing that is available to you is mining asteroids for raw resources. You need tools, a ship, and a suitable chunk of rock. It is time-consuming and requires you to leave the safety of your ship, but is far more reliable when looking for a specific resource. Keep in mind, however, that all resources require processing before use. This is how you turn ice and various rocks into fuel and oxygen. Player interaction is the cornerstone of gameplay in Hellion. How you interact with others defines your playstyle. You can choose to play solo and avoid others, or you can choose to cooperate and form a competent crew. You can also gather a group of cutthroats and profit from death, misery, and hard work of other players. Building and maintaining a large station is a time-consuming process. Same goes for mining and salvaging. Having a friend help you out will drastically reduce the time these actions take, and therefore your consumption of fuel, oxygen, and other resources. There are no restrictions in player interactions, so how you choose to act is entirely up to you.
Welcome to your first look at Identity player housing. This here is an apartment in Ash Hill. It's still not quite complete. We have a little more work left to do on interface and such, but even as it is, it's the most complete player housing I've ever seen in MMO. This inside is a 2-bedroom apartment, which means it can house 2 people, the owner and a friend. It starts off a little bit basic with low-level trims on the walls and such, and laminate flooring. All this can get upgraded. Almost everything is interactive, like this TV can be turned on, streaming YouTube videos.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened?
Alright, do me a favor. Call FSA Chebiz or something, he's in the beginning of the list, and tell him that ASDFZ needs that help we were talking about, alright?
And like that, available for you. Now, almost every one of these items are crafted and customized. That sofa that you see there, it can be made in leather, different colors of leather, fabric, all sorts of different ways. It's up to the designer. And this is a bookshelf is sort of a special container, so it can hold items like other things, but really it only holds books. And what's cool is when you put books in there, they're actually visible right on there. And this, now notice how this can't be placed anywhere except near that power receptacle. Now let's just fill in a little more furniture. Dining area over here will make it look a little more complete. So we have dining tables, and that's going to need a chair too. Now, like I said, most of this is crafted and customized by people, so when you order something, if it's online and not in a store, you have to have it delivered to your house. That means a transportation corporation or someone with the right job will actually bring it to your address and deliver it right into your house. When you paint on these canvas, you can do all sorts of things with it. First of all, you can just keep it for yourself. You can hang it on your wall. You can add a frame to it. Or you could sell it. You could sell it on the market. And if you think you're really good, you can submit it to an art gallery. Anyone off the street can just walk in, see your art, and buy it right there out of the gallery.
Identity is all about giving absolute freedom in a world that's full of other people and fun things to do. We've gotten rid of most of the AI and replaced it with people. It's people who are driving down the street, and it's people who run for governor. It's people who play as police officers and fight crime. You'll find sports, car racing, paintball matches, and more others than I have time to list. And if living off the land is your sort of thing, you can make a pretty good living hunting or fishing. Identity is all about the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. While Identity is an MMORPG in most ways, we're going to be offering you the option to rent your own servers too. So if you want a different, more specialized style of gameplay than our official servers have, such as maybe hardcore role-playing or some kind of like endless action, server operators are going to have control over hundreds of features to customize what they want.
Alright, in Watertown, the suspect's in custody. Nobody's coming the perimeter. It's still a hot scene. 10-4.
If you're somebody that likes to take the quiet route, you can form a business and play the market, or you could take the other way. You could become a criminal, you could rob people, you could rob banks, you could steal cars. Everything is open for player interaction.